Hello, this is Manesh Patel with IMTF Trade. Today I'm going to show you quickly how you could have sat there and determined the market top that began at the beginning of this year. There were clear signs in the end of January that the market was topping out and had a high probability of going down. So let's go into it. Before we begin, we're going to go for our normal disclaimer to state this is for education use only. We're not soliciting you to buy or sell any particular instrument. If you do so, you're doing that at your own risk. All information is owned by EII Capital Group, cannot be copied or distributed without our written permission. Today we're going to be using TradingView to basically go for the charts, but we are broker neutral and chart neutral, so we could use any platform out there. Here's our contact information, so if you have any questions, you could contact us here. So there's many products you could look at to sit there and determine if the market's kind of winding down and it's kind of heading a top or a bottom, especially for the U.S. stock market. On the U.S. stock market, we look at the E-mini S&P 500 futures. We also look at the SPY, the ETF versions, and then we also look at the VIX. The VIX we've been using for years, and it gives you a lot of times a clear indication that the market's topping out, especially when it's at an all-time high. Here's a daily chart of the VIX, okay? And if you look in here, this is very simple, our IMTF indicator. The red basically means there's a bearish setup, and the blue dots is basically the breakout level of the bearish setup, so it triggers to start a trend. And then the green shaded area is basically the bullish setup. If you look here on the daily time frame, the last time we had a bullish setup here was back here in August of 2017. So really we have not had a bullish setup at all, and if you notice, it never got to the blue dot here, which triggered that bullish setup. If you look previously before that, there was really no bullish setup at all that triggered for a long time, and you have to kind of go back to 2016 to start even getting to these bullish setups that did trigger, which is here. And if you look here, what happened recently, and let's go to the chart here, is for the first time in a long time we actually got a bullish setup here, and this was basically in January 2018. So January 18, 2018, we got this bullish setup here, and that's basically when we started looking for the markets to top out. So a lot of our positions, if we weren't into tightening up our stops on bullish positions, we pretty much exited them. On the positions that we tightened up our stops, we kept the stops very tight, but we started looking for bearish trades right around this time. And you notice right here, January 29, 2018, we hit the blue breakout dots here, and at that point, pretty much that was a signal that the VIX was getting ready to go up. And you could see it went up, it came back, it held these crosses. These crosses tell you basically these are multiple time frame supports that tell you all the swing traders and long-term traders are thinking the same way. It pulled up, pulled back here, held here, and then it basically took off. This was a clear indication way ahead of time that the markets basically are topped out and you basically are getting ready to go down. So this is basically when we started looking for bearish trades and we started taking our bullish positions off. The IMTF indicator gives you a very clear indicator on when markets are topping out, when bullish setups are occurring, and when bearish setups are occurring. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and it's a good learning lesson for you guys to kind of see how markets top out and basically bottom out too.